Good morning, students. Today we are going to understand Chapter 3, The Desert, which has been taken from your supplementary reader NCERT book. So, students, you all know what a desert is. It's a large area of land which is usually covered with sand and that is very hot and has very little water, and also rainfall that happens it happens very less of times. There is lack of vegetation. So students, in the last video we had discussed what a vegetation is. That is a place where the plants grow. So very less of plants happen to grow in such areas. Coming to the introduction part, here we are going to get acquainted with this region even more with the help of this chapter. So deserts are usually without water. They are either too hot or too cold. There are different kinds of deserts. So here we are going to understand about the desert that are usually found without water. They can be either too hot or too cold. People believe that they have no life, but deserts have plants and animals that are very different because they have learned to live in a very extreme condition. That means people believe, like even we all believe, that deserts have no life, but in actual deserts have plants and animals, but they are really very different just because they have learned they have learned to live under very high temperature. That is the extreme one. In an extreme conditions they can survive. This is your chapter, students, the desert. Those of us who live in regions covered with forests and surrounded by hills may find it difficult to imagine what a desert is really like. Okay, that means as we all are surrounded with the forests, with the vegetation, greenery around us, so it is hard for us to imagine as of what a desert really look like. The popular belief is that it is an endless stretch of sand where no rain falls and therefore no vegetation grows. So here people have a strong belief, even me and you, everyone has, that it is just an endless stretch of sand. That means as far as we can see, there is only sand and no rain happens there, no vegetation grows. That means no plants, nothing happens there. It is dry, hot, waterless and without shelter. That means it is a dry place. It's extremely hot. Extreme condition is there. We cannot find water anywhere and without shelter. That means no shade we can find there. As less of trees, no vegetation. So of course we will find less of shelter and less of shade. But this is not entirely correct. Of course. Why? Because for those who have studied it, the desert can be a beautiful place. So that means there are people, scientists and those who study about the environment and all, they have studied it, that desert can be a beautiful place than what we have a thought in our mind. It is the home of variety of people, animals and plants that have learned to live under very hot and dry conditions. Again, this is a home like we have our home. In the similar way, the desert is home for many of the people, animals and many such plants, just because they have learned to live under such a hot and extreme conditions. Coming to second paragraph, true, the ground is not always hidden by a cover of grass, plants and trees as it is in other climates. But whenever it rains, which is rare, desert flowers bloom and the sight can be as rewarding as that of any tropical garden. Tropical garden, that means the tropical plants with decent irrigation and rainfall also happens there. So basically here it is said that it is known that the ground of the desert is not always covered with grass, with plants and trees. But whenever it rains, rain happens very less of times. That means rarely it happens. But whenever it happens, the desert flowers, it blossoms. And the scenery, the sight of that blooming of the flowers that can be as similar as that of the tropical garden. A desert is not always a flat, unchanging wasteland of dry sand. It may have mountains and hills. It may have an oasis that can be big or small. An oasis is like a green island in the middle of a desert where a spring or a well gives plants and trees a better chance to grow. A desert may be hot like the Thar or cold like Ladakh, but generally speaking, if the place has little or no water and vegetation, the place is usually called as a desert. So students, here a desert might not always a flat and a wasteland of sand, because it may have mountains also, hills also, and especially this oasis. You know, oasis is a place in the desert where there is water and also the plants grow. So with the help of this oasis, this actually helps the plants and trees to grow in a better way. And you know what? A desert can be hot and cold. It can be hot like the Thar desert or cold like Ladakh desert. But it always happens that even we have that set of mind that if a place is there without any water or vegetation, we all call it as a desert. Coming to the last paragraph of the first part of this chapter, some deserts are almost totally without water. In such places, strong winds blow, raising heaps of sand and depositing them. Students, that means to set or to put something down somewhere at a place. Depositing them as mounds. These are called sand dunes that shift and move endlessly across the desert. Few plants can survive on such dry and shifting sands. So that means that there are some deserts that have no water. So we are going to talk about them. In such places, you know, there blows a strong wind which raises the pile of sand, which raises a lot of sand together and set it at one place, thus making it look like a mound, like the small hills. And these small hills of sand, that is called sand dunes, which then move across the desert. Without stopping, it moves across the desert. Also students, there are few plants that can survive in these types of deserts without dying, and these are different kinds of I'll say different types of cactus plants or the aloe vera, etc. Coming to the glossary, I hope these are the words we already had a discussion on and my students memorize it. So the first word is vegetation, that means place where plants grow. Regions, areas. Island, that's a piece of land. Heaps, that means large amount or a pile of something. Depositing is to set or put something down somewhere. And shelter, we all know, that is a protection from danger. So students, here we have ended up our first part of the chapter, and tomorrow we'll meet with the latter part of the same chapter, the desert. Till then students, you have got 2 worksheets, I feel, 2 assignments, which you will be doing it in your notebook.